there that you want to manifest right here, right now?
I really want to play Storm. I know it sounds frivolous, but I think we haven't uncovered how grand she is and all of that inner turmoil.
I beg. Welcome to my channel. My name is Joseph and I'm a film fanatic. So I saw that clip on Instagram and I wanted to address it. But then I thought there's no point addressing it if I'm not going to give another option. And then I was like, there's no point doing just Storm. Why not just do the entire X-Men? So I just made this video. Ever since Disney bought Fox in 2019, everybody has been speculating about the future of the MCU. The Fantastic Four and the X-Men were the major labels under Marvel that were still under Fox. We're already getting the MCU's Fantastic Four movie this year, and Storm has appeared in What If. Even though Disney does not realize that a cinematic universe can become too big, I am a very big X-Men fan and I do not want them to mess up the X-Men in the MCU because they are chasing big names. Pedro Pascal should not be Mr. Fantastic. I'm still trying to digest this casting, honestly. So after hours of research and data collection, elimination and contemplation, I'm going to discuss my perfect casting for the X-Men in the MCU. They are all big personalities, so I'm only going to be discussing 10 of the most significant X-Men. Professor X, Magneto, Cyclops, Jean, Wolverine, Gambit, Storm, Rogue, Beast, and Mystique. Whew, get ready. Professor X, an elderly disabled man with near omnipotent telepathic abilities. Professor X is the headmaster and founder of the school he so selfishly named after himself, and is also comic books' second famous bald man. He is one of the biggest father figures in fiction. His demeanor is usually calm and calculating, always patient when dealing with his students because they are the most cherished part of his life. With that said, he's obviously an elderly veteran actor that will fill these shoes. Someone that knows how to convey a lot of emotion and make a presence with very limited movement. Someone that has played roles that involve a lot of nurturing and diplomacy. Stanley Tucci. Normally, he can do no wrong in my eye, but we've seen him play mentor, guardian or father figure in several roles like in The Devil Wears Prada or That Nonsense, The Silence. His character in Conclave is also someone that is trying to handle politics as discreetly as possible, which is something Professor X usually does. I know he was already in Captain America the First Avenger as Dr. Abraham Erskine. But moving forward, I don't think that's going to matter anymore. My second choice is Giancarlo Esposito. I'm not really a fan of forced diversity, but if the writers can make it work, and a person really embodies a character, I feel they can be given a chance. And Giancarlo Esposito can deliver. Magneto, the master of magnetism, and daddy to the mutants. Professor X is a father figure. Magneto is daddy. Know the difference. Eric Magnus or Max Eisenhardt is an incredibly powerful Omega level mutant born in the late 1920s. They are obviously going to work on that date if they are going to make them significant in 2025. As a German Jew that witnessed the rise of Nazism, he lost his father, mother and sister in the Holocaust, but was able to survive due to his budding mutant powers. Professor X's best friend, is a very proud and very intense man. He has every right to be. Magneto carries himself with great sophistication and intelligence. He is a genius and he's still very active for his age. The perfect person to play Magneto is obviously another veteran elderly actor, but one that has a little bit of experience in action movies because Magneto's role is clearly more active. Mads Mikkelsen, basically because I want a long-haired Magneto, is a very good choice for Magneto. He has delivered Magneto-adjacent villains in Casino Royale and Hannibal. My second option will be Viggo Mortensen. Yeah, Aragorn is still alive and kicking, and he's still doing a lot of good movies. Storm. Aurora Monroe, a very beautiful name, is another Omega level mutant with immense power over the elements of nature. Born to a Kenyan princess and African American, she was raised in Egypt, then New York, and was orphaned by a plane crash into their home that left her with crippling claustrophobia. She is the first black leader of any Marvel superhero team and the second black Marvel superheroine, the first being Misty Knight. If you don't know that character, you need to watch Luke Cage.
Get up and take this ass whooping.
Storm's most notable feature for me is her pragmatism. She has a unique approach to problem solving that doesn't hinder her principles one bit. If Professor X is the father figure, Storm is easily the mother to many mutants. She became the leader of the X-Men when it fell to her naturally, when those that wanted it were not around, which isn't the same history for a lot of comic book team leaders. Casting Storm was actually the most difficult out of these 10 characters because the niche of black actresses that would actually meet the criteria is very, very small. Personally, I prefer if they pick a no-name actress that can deliver and has the look. Definitely no light-skinned black woman. My first choice is Jodie Turner-Smith because look at the material. Unfortunately, I haven't seen her in anything, but I've added Anne Boleyn and The Agency to my watches because of her. My second choice would be Nafisa Williams, who already plays Thunder in Black Lightning. Sidebar, I don't want Cynthia Erivo to be stoned for 3 reasons. 1, it's not giving. 2, the height. 3, any role that Cynthia Erivo plays without singing is a waste of money to me. Sorry, not sorry. Wolverine, I beg. People share me to beg you, Jackman. It's enough. You've tried. Please. Wolverine is arguably the most notable X-Men and the most popular mutant. As of 2024, he's among the top 5 Marvel characters with the most appearances with 3,590 issues, and he is the only mutant on that list. He was born in the early 19th century and has lived several lifetimes as a soldier, as a spy, as a high-value weapon, and as a history teacher. If Rough and Tumble were a person, it would be Logan. Logan is incredibly rugged with little regard for institution and hierarchy, primarily because of his past experiences with them, and this is the basis for most of his conflicts with Cyclops. He's a very black and white kind of guy, black being crippling intensity to any kind of thing with priority, and white being nonchalance. It annoys me how people don't acknowledge the talent that is Zac Efron. It's mostly the girls that started from Kid Studios that always get the praise. Well, I feel Zac Efron, primarily because of the height. I can't have another tall Wolverine. And his physique, clearly, you can just watch his performance in Iron Claw. And my second choice would be Tara Negerton, who I thought, or rather hoped, would play Wolverine in Deadpool and Wolverine, to the announced Hugh Jackman and his association of admirers. Mystique, my favorite female Marvel villain. Please let villains be villains. Arguably the most powerful shapeshifter in Marvel, being able to mimic people right down to their smell. Logan can't track her and he has some of the best tracking senses in the Marvel universe. See, Mystique is aptly named because very little is known about her. There have been storylines where she has maintained fake identities for years, including as Sherlock Holmes. Because she's a shapeshifter, the only set of people that I can actually easily digest as non-binary, even though she does have strongly feminine features. She makes for the perfect spy and has single-handedly taken down governments. She is cold-blooded, almost impossible to capture, and always on some business. She has a very complex demeanor and it's difficult for even telepaths to crack. This is obviously a very physical role because she's one of Marvel's best fighters. And I don't want to say, I don't think we need a naked Mystique. I get it, and it was actually very, very cool, but there's just too many options and so much to choose from. And we also need to pick an action movie star that is very comfortable with the blue skin. There honestly should be no more than 1 or 2 skins where the actor playing Mystique is acting as themselves. Action movie star Ana de Armas is my first choice, while Isa Gonzalez is my second. Both of them are very talented and are very comfortable in action movies. If either of them can get used to the blue skin, I feel they will make a very good Mystique. Gambit, Remy LeBeau, another sexy name. He's a fan favorite X-Men, even before X-Men 97. He hasn't had much appearances in film and series, but I feel that will change soon. He was a member of the Thieves Guild before the X-Men and usually refers to it as his troubled past. He's usually referred to as a ladies' man because of his flirtatious and teasing persona, but he has always only had eyes for his future wife, Rogue. I love costumes, and I will argue that the costumes help make the hero. But I need to use Avenue to say, they don't need to do copy and paste when cutting across media. Leave that for the cosplayer. One of the monstrosities in Deadpool and Wolverine. One of the monstrosities in Deadpool and Wolverine. Oh my. Look at how fat his head is. Oh my god. This is another very physical because he is a mutant that can fight. We need a pretty bad boy to play Gambit. An actor we can see as a good guy, but we still have issues trusting and gives off major womanizer energy. Jacob Elordi is my second option. Austin Butler is my first. I mean, he doesn't know how to talk again, so we might as well take advantage of it because there's more to that accent than.
You know how long I've been waiting for this? Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself here.
Rogue. Speaking of accents, my favorite X-Man, Anna Marie. Who is naming these people? I think she's currently the most powerful female superhero in the comics, primarily because of her parasitic abilities. The same abilities that didn't allow her to have a physical relationship for years. On a normal day, I kid you not, I actually hate that southern accent, that drawl, that's howdy y'all.
Oh, sweetie.
But Rogue honestly makes it go down so much easier. Her need for intimacy makes her very fierce and protective of her people, and a lot of people use that to characterize her as one hot-tempered babe, but she's just a very emotional person. It takes a unique type of anger to beat someone like this while crying like this. And her anger is not particularly weak, she's more like stubbornness, where once she's angry, she's going to do what's her mind. The rest of you should sort yourself out. My first choice is Lily James because I feel she can carry part of the persona and the accent from Baby Driver. My second choice, again because of the accent, is Brian Howie. I actually saw this online and I went to go and watch 2 episodes of Ginny and Georgia to get a sense of how she is. And I was like, wow, she could do it. Sidebar, I want to just point out that there is someone that is born to play a role. I know it's not possible, but Miley Cyrus, hear me out. She has already worked with Disney and has the acting cred down. She understands the accent and what it is to actually be from the South. She's basically working an adjacent of the hair. I know it's unlikely, but as a Miley boy, if Miley Cyrus was ever to play a role, it would just be a dream come true. Beast. This is the smartest person on this list, excelling in both arts and science, and as a scientist, he is an inventor, which I feel is the pinnacle of science. He is proof that being funny is a strong sign of intelligence. He is aware of how his wild, simian and feline features look, but is still the most cultured and composed gentleman in the group. Hank McCoy is a founding member of the X-Men, their medical doctor, science and math instructor, and an avid politician. I need to see his LinkedIn. He's one of those characters that could be easily dismissed, but if handled well, could easily assist team dynamic. I am over Willem Dafoe as the Joker. I was on that train, but the chance has gone. I feel like he would be a very good choice for Beast. He is one of the few actors that I genuinely feel could bring something unique to the table playing Beast. He is incredibly funny, playful and intelligent, and yeah, I could be talking about either of them. My second choice would be Johnny Galecki because he has already played a scientist in the sitcom, and I feel the artist would have fun using him as a reference for Beast in the CGI. Cyclops. Gang. Scott Summers, if your name alliterates, you are 3 times more powerful than the average human being. Quote me, if mixed feelings were a person, they would be this guy. Cyclops is the first X-Men and their most popular leader. He is among a unique archetype of all-American traditional superheroes with a strong love for institution. He is the elder brother to Havoc and Vulcan, husband to Jean, and ex-husband to Madeline Pryor, ex-boyfriend also to Emma Frost. For a generic white boy, he carries a lot of weight. He is the big brother to the X-Men, and one thing I can't take away from him, probably the second best comic book team leader. He has proven that he is an asshole time and time again, but his system works and he knows and understands his teammates very well. He is a wonderful tactician and strategist and a terrible boyfriend and husband. It goes without saying we need a young, fit white guy, preferably American, to play Scott Summers. Someone that can deliver good drama with Jean, has a lot of charisma, but still gives off asshole energy. Yes, the fact that he is hot right now is actually one of the reasons I'm mentioning this name, but I believe that is why the MCU should grab Mike Feist. Give this man a leather jacket and a visor, and I will not be surprised with how amazed people will be. My second choice is Daphne Montgomery. He has already played a red-coded leader. Jean Grey. Last but most certainly not the least, the motherfucking Phoenix. Jehovah! Moira, stay. She is the most significant powerhouse in the Marvel Universe, having a finger in almost every earth-shattering storyline. So her presence in the MCU has to be phenomenal. She is an Omega-level mutant with immense psionic manipulation ability on a normal day, and when you now add the Phoenix, she's basically God. As X-Men's first lady, she originally didn't have level till the Phoenix saga, because that time she was basically love interest for someone, whether it's Cyclops, Wolverine, or Professor X. Yeah, that happened. Keep in mind that whoever plays Jean still needs to play Madeline Pryor, who is a very different person in her own right. See, this role needs to be filled by an actress, not just someone that can act. Not only because they are playing the most interesting X-Men, you can argue that that's Wolverine, but Wolverine can't take Galactus. But if the MCU handles the X-Men very well, I believe this can be a household name. There's no first or second option. Either one of these 2 actresses will give us a very good Jean, and that is Victoria Pedretti and Saoirse Ronan. These 2 women are one of the most talented young actresses out there that fits the bill. They both know how to play interesting characters that even though you hate, you still want to know what's going to happen to them. They make a presence in all the scenes they are in and still have a lot of charisma. I hated Victoria Pedretti's love, but I wanted to know what is going to happen to the character. Not to talk about Saoirse Ronan and Lady Bird, proving my point. Please give either one of them this role. We will sort out the red hair later. So that's it. I really enjoyed doing this fancast, and if you enjoyed it, please let me know and I can do a fancast for either the Justice League or the remake of Twilight that is coming up. Casting is a very fickle thing. The people I mention now might not be the same people I'll mention next month, because I'm the kind of guy that likes to work in the present and what I have at hand. I just feel as of now, or this year, these guys will portray these characters very well. Normally, if you don't hold back, please tell me what you thought about this podcast and what you thought about this video. Tell me if you feel my suggestions are good or bad, and feel free to suggest one and I will tell you why they are bad. This is my Nocturne Season 2 week, so don't be surprised if I talk about it. Please like. Fuck. and subscribe if you haven't. Share the video with your friends and you'll definitely see me soon. Bye. But if MCU handles it very well, I can... What is it? But if the MCU handles